I could get into that radio.
Yeah.
So no action is required.
Well, good. You got any?
The
How
trustees.
often do you go on? Every day before the council meeting.
Really?
The last
Well, I
three.
read it. And I thought,
I didn't know you were over there that often.
Yeah, they invited me one time. I said, "Well, just keep this up." And he said, "Would you?" Heck, yeah, I would. So I come this one time.
Who was there? The high school?
Who that
They were
Yeah.
college.
Yeah, they just kind of
yeah,
jumped in front of us.
yeah, I admit to sending a note over word because I saw
Yeah.
Janet thought they were going, but, yeah, that's good.
Cool. Yeah, I gotta remember that. And plus, you know, you can listen to it online, so it's handy.
You got time? I'm just reading.
Let's get this thing rolling.
You know they.
I got enchiladas to eat.
I got pizza in the Well, good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to the December 9th meeting of the Guymon City Council. So at this time, I'd like to call on Todd Singletary to give our opening prayer. If everybody stand with us.
Gracious and loving God, we thank you for gathering us here today in this season of Advent, the time of hope, peace, joy, and love. As we prepare our hearts for the coming of Christ, we ask for your wisdom to guide the decisions made in this council. Bless each leader with clarity, compassion, and courage to serve the common good. May this community be a place where light shines in the darkness, where neighbors care for one another, and where justice and mercy walk hand in hand. We entrust this meeting to you, Lord, and pray that all that is done here reflects your will and brings peace to our city. In Jesus Christ I pray. Amen.
Amen. Mr. Idson, would you lead us in the pledge?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call this meeting to order. Agenda item number 2 is attendance roll call and determination of a quorum.
Mr. Alvarez?
Present.
Mr. Hudson?
Here.
Mr. Peterson?
Present.
Mr. Hilton?
Present.
Ms. Sanchez? Present. Ms. Hoffman? Mr. Petty?
Here.
Mr. Shannon?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Agenda item number 3 is public comments. Public comments. I've got one request, Marcy Macy. Okay, I can't read either. If you'd like to come up and give us your spiel.
Of course. Hello, I am Macy Mazar. Good evening. I am speaking on behalf of, well, I say behalf, but for the Arts and Humanities Board, agenda item number 22. I am unsure what the plans are for this board coming up for this year, but I do want to take time to express my concern for this. I joined this board back in January of 23, and I got elected in December of 22, and this month, my term is coming to an end. And with that being said, I want to discuss some things that have happened during my time. During that time, we only met about once, and that was my first year, first month, January of 2023. And during that year, there were several emails sent out to that board to try and form for a meeting. Each attempt had failed as we did not meet the minimum number of attendance for the meeting. Our chairman were quiet during that year and then carrying into the next. In 2024, that board has the chairman, I'm a little nervous and shaky.
That's all right.
But in 2024, our chairman, their terms have come to an end, and we have yet to establish a new chairman for this board. And I just want to express this concern, addressing that I think that this board is something great and something that we can provide for the community to continue to establish. However, I feel like there needs some guidance with it to kind of get it back to roll. So I just want this to keep in y'all's mind that I do hope that this board can still remain active and going for this community. It's just giving that little push to get it going again. And so I did join this board with the intentions to better the community in any way I could. And I'm still eager to keep that going and thriving. I'm hoping that the city will not dissolve this board. I feel that there is much that we could offer for the town and community given a chance. I'm hoping that the councilmen and any involved with the city boards can help get us back on track and going to making this active and thriving for the community. And I know that there have been no applications opening, or any open applications for this board for the next coming year. I'm assuming it may become inactive, but I just wanted to keep that in your minds that this is something that I hope we can continue to preserve for the city of Guymon and the community. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you.
Okay, any other public comments? That's the only one signed up. All right, we will go forward. Agenda item number 4 is a proclamation recognizing Sophia Alvidrez as the kindest kid in America. So Sophia, why don't you come up here and stand there at the podium. Do you have anything you want to say first, or you want to do the proclamation and then give us your speech?
Proclamation.
All right. Well, I'm going to read this, and then we're going to come down there and get a picture with you, all right? Okay, so just stand there and, in spite of your dad's background, look good. Whereas the city of Guymon proudly recognizes outstanding young citizens whose character, compassion, and integrity enrich our community and inspire others. And whereas Sophia Christina Alvidrez, a second grade student at the Prairie Elementary School, has been named Oklahoma's kindest kid in America by the Kindest Kid in America organization. An innovative, dedicated initiative and dedicated to promote kindness and reducing hate and violence in schools and communities nationwide. And whereas Sophia was surprised with this honor during a school-wide assembly on October 14th, 2025, where she received the Kindest Kid in America award along with a personalized children's book created in her likeness to inspire others through her story of empathy and compassion. And whereas Sophia's teachers and peers describe her as a bright light, one who constantly lifts others up, encourages her classmates, stands up for what is right, and leads with a genuine spirit of love, joy, and inclusion. Her joyful spirit follows her on family travels, in classroom, on horseback, and most of all, in her close-knit home with parents who deeply cherish her. And whereas Sophia's life is a testament to the power of kindness, born on February 9th, 2018 at Memorial Hospital of Texas County, after her parents, Sergio and Amada Alvidrez, spent years hoping for a child. She has been their miracle and source of immense joy, affection, and inspiration from her very first days. And whereas Sophia's deep compassion extends to all living creatures, she shares a special connection with animals, especially her beloved dogs, Luna, Popcorn, and Max, her horses, Mona and Stitch, and even a friend's kittens, Biscuits and Gravy, whom she lovingly adopted as her own. Whereas Sophia was nominated for the Kindest Kid in America recognition by the staff of Prairie Elementary School, and later joined fellow honorees in Washington, D.C. for National Kindness Day on November 13th, 2025, representing both Guymon and the state of Oklahoma with pride and humility. And now, therefore, I, Kim Peterson, Mayor of Guymon, and the Guymon City Council hereby congratulate and present this proclamation to Sophia Alvidrez in recognition of her extraordinary compassion, leadership, kindness, and her positive impact on our community and beyond. Given under my hand and seal of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, this 9th day of December, 2025. So I'm going to ask your folks, your mom and dad, and the rest of your family if they want to come up so we can give this to you, and then we'll get a picture with everybody standing up behind you. Ready? Sophia, thank you for representing God so well. Here's your proclamation. I want to turn around so that you get a picture. Kind of smile. Okay, now if the rest of the family wants to get up and get some pictures.
Okay.
You guys want to come down behind, stay behind, should do that? Or be down Congratulations. Well, they're kind of getting rearranged. There's two pieces of punch back there, Sophia expressed this that she'd like to have some. So help yourself. Okay. And if that doesn't make you smile, nothing should. Will. Agenda item number 5 is approval of the consent agenda.
I make a motion, we approve the consent agenda item 5.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Felton,
Aye.
Sanchez. Aye. Del Pedros.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We have 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 6 is to conduct a public hearing in order to take public input on the fiscal year 2026 proposed budget. So at this time, does anybody have any comments they'd like to make on the budget? Questions, anything like that? We had a session last night with mostly staff and council and went over it pretty well. Anybody like to make any comments? All right, we'll go on to the next agenda item. Thank you. Agenda item number 7 is discussion of the proposed budget for fiscal year 2026. And Mr. Shannon, I'll turn it all over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's good to see a full house. I'm sure they're not here to hear me talk, but congratulations, Sophie. Very proud of you. I'd like to start out this evening on our regular introduction and our budget presentation tonight. To the council, honorable mayor and city council members, in reference to the 2026 proposed annual budget. So I'm pleased to present the fiscal year 2026 proposed annual budget. This document reflects extensive analysis, staff collaboration, and commitment to advancing the city's strategic priorities. The fiscal year 2026 budget focuses on long-term sustainability, modernization of critical infrastructure, and responsible financial management. The strategic goals guiding this project include our Mesa water supply project, utility infrastructure improvements, construction of a new solid waste transfer station, wastewater system rehabilitation, water conservation initiatives, police department facility and equipment and improvements. Financial goals and benchmarking. The Government Finance Office Association recommends maintaining a minimum of 2 months of unassigned general fund balance. As of December 31st, 2025, the city's audited, unassigned, and emergency reserves total of 45% of our annual general fund expenses, exceeding this benchmark. The fiscal year 2026 budget is designed to preserve this level of financial resiliency. Revenues. This is the money that we collect and we anticipate. The city continues to rely heavily on our 4-cent sales tax project to generate approximately $8.2 million this next fiscal year in 2026. Sales tax and use tax collections are expected to stabilize following our recent growth. Other municipal revenues, including building permits and service fees, are expected to remain stable, with a slight increase due to some population growth and economic growth. Total revenue for fiscal year 2026 is estimated combined through Guymon utility, sales tax, and the general fund to be $60 million. Oklahoma remains the only state that funds municipal operations primarily through sales tax, underscoring the importance of cautious forecasting and diversified fee-based revenue. 4. Fiscal year 2026. Sales tax revenues increased right around 2% from our 2025 levels. I'll make a comment on that. My constituents and other city managers throughout the state are seeing a decrease in their sales tax. Charges for services, primary utilities, increased about 4%. This is following utility rate adjustments. The above increase is due to the City Council passing a resolution that all fees increased yearly as per the CPI, the Consumer Price Index. Interfund transfers are projected to be $6.9 million, supporting operational stability and compensating for a limited sales tax-driven general fund revenue. Expenditures. Major infrastructure project. It's basically carryover from 2025. A substantial share of 2026 budget supports infrastructure investment essential to community health, growth, and regulatory compliance. Keep in mind that regulatory compliance is a big issue. Key project allocations include a Mesa Well project to be estimated at $35 million, wastewater treatment and lagoon rehabilitation at $9 million. Total for these expenditures is $37 million, reflecting an increase from fiscal year 2025. Our financial health and sustainability. The city maintains strong reserves totaling $23 million, providing flexibility and the ability to respond to unforeseen challenges. Some of the challenges that we look at: inflation, rising construction, material costs continue to pressure capital and operating budgets. Funding gaps, despite significant grants, and additional funding sources may be needed for some major initiatives. The economic uncertainty, global and national and global trends may affect local revenues. Hopefully they won't, but they could. Contingency planning remains a priority. Our personal services. This is the employees here at the City of Guymon that makes everything click. Personal services for fiscal year 2026 total right at $12 million. That's about an 8.2% decrease from 2025. Costs include the salaries, overtime, taxes, pensions, health insurance, and workers' compensation. While the city implemented a 3% COLA, cost of living adjustment, and continued the pay matrix that was established in fiscal year 2021, step increases will be temporarily frozen to address rising insurance and operational costs. These measures will be evaluated regularly to protect the city's workforce while maintaining fiscal responsibility. The city continues to prioritize employee investment, recognizing our staff as our most valuable asset. The department directors demonstrated an exceptional ownership and efficiency, reducing need for major budget revisions. I'm going to go down to materials and supplies. There again, just like our employees, these categories totaled about $5.4 million for 2026. the projections, a significant reduction from 2025. This includes essential operating expenses such as liability insurance, fuel, utilities, employee training, and maintenance materials. These expenditures support the city's goals as sustainability and infrastructure reliability. Now our capital outlay, I want to just touch on quite a few of those. Capital expenditures fund the purchase and repair of improvement of essential fixed assets across the city. Our major capital, the city broke them down to two major purchases. Major. Freshwater infrastructure, the wells, transmission lines, and storage boosters, also known as the Mesa Water Project, $32 million. Wastewater lagoon rehabilitation at $9 million. A new solid waste transfer station, a station that was designed approximately 25 years ago for close to 25 to 35 tons a day. We've exceeded that. We need a station now, solid waste is your garbage, to exceed or give us a capacity at least 100 tons a day. That's $12 million. Street system reconstruction. We'd like to see the major capital investments we have approximately 90 miles of streets here in town. As everybody is sitting in this audience tonight and our city council, that is our biggest concerns. The streets they're at the end of life. 90 miles and is close to, I'm just going to tip that off at $100 million is what's needed to redo all that. And that would come in with new base material, new streets, new gutters, and sidewalks throughout the whole town. Park rehabilitation, citywide upgrades, athletic facilities, and the lake dredging. To upgrade our parks are, I don't want to say that at the end of life, but they're well used. They needed upgrade. That's at $25 million. Department capital purchases. This is what the department heads are needing and what works best for 2026 capital purchases. A cemetery, backhoe, the police department, equipment, body cams, citation, technical information and firearms, sanitation equipment in way of $615,000, the gas department, infrastructure, natural gas, $555,000, water department, water tank improvements, $370,000, street department equipment, $280,000, fire department equipment, $214,000, and our wastewater system of $2.9 million. The reason of the $2.9 million is the dredging of the large, I think it's about a 45-acre, maybe a 50-acre cell out north of the Seaboard plants, probably a 30-year-old facility. It's a pond that has yet to be cleaned out. It's got 30 years of sediment, dust, and everything. It is at the point now that we can't hardly store enough water in it to make it beneficial, so it needs to be dredged out. Total capital project needs about $187 million. Essential water, sewer, and sanitation, the streets, public safety projects total $186 million. Staff is going to recommend in 26 to make permanent the 2-cent sales tax that will be expiring in 2027 is make it permanent, which is the only financial feasible path to complete these critical projects. Debt service. Debt, last night during the work session, we went over our debt service. Debt obligations remain generally consistent with the 2025 levels. Several of our loans, including the City Hall, police vehicles, and library, are scheduled for retirement. But we assumed some new Oklahoma Water Resources Board loans for the Mesa Water Project Phase 1, and wastewater and seaboard expansion will begin amortization. The city will continue servicing the SRF and the FAP loan commitments. Just for the public's, on our debt service, it takes now to meet our debt service monthly, our total payments per month is about $250,000, $250,000. That is the original loan amounts that that number takes care of. Original loan amount was $40 million, and the oldest debt we've got, that was taken out in 2015. Our latest one was, in 2024. But we've paid the $40 million down, and total debt owed by the city at this particular time is added to $16 million. So we're gaining on that. So interfund transfers. This is where we are fortunately to have Guymon Utilities Authority, which had an increase in their revenue this last year due to the Consumer Price Index. The council took recommendation from staff to go ahead and put in effect. That created enough revenue to transfer to the general fund to make the general fund balance out. The general fund, keep in mind when I first started, it was the only revenue that goes into that is sales tax, some licensings and fees like that. We were about $6.5 million short. So we transferred over from the Guymon Utilities over to the general fund, $6.5 million to balance all of that out. Even though it is all still City of Guymon's money, we have two separate pots. These transfers were necessary to balance operational needs across the funds. In closing, the fiscal year 2026 covers the period between January 1st, which is just a couple, 3-4 weeks from now, to December 1st, 2026, and reflects the city's ongoing commitment to fiscal responsibility, transparency, and high service standards. First of all, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to all my department heads, city staff, board volunteers, which are huge, in particular Rhonda. I appreciate for their dedication and during this budget preparation process. Our mission remains clear: to deliver essential services to our citizens in a transparent and responsible and environmentally sustainable manner. This budget supports that mission, strengthens our infrastructure, and positions the City of Guymon for some long-term success. I'm grateful for the privilege of serving this community along such talented and dedicated employees. Respectfully submitted, myself.
Okay.
And with that, Mr. Mayor, I'd be willing to answer any questions, or I would definitely encourage the council at this time to pass the budget as submitted to you for the fiscal year 2026.
Okay. Anybody have any questions, comments? Okay, we will move on to agenda item 9. Agenda item 9 is discussion and possible action to approve resolution number 25-13, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma.
We're on 8.
We're on 8. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought
They moved it down.
they moved it down a little bit. Okay, well, I was just trying to get through faster for you, Sergio. Okay, well, let's go back to number 8.
16. Well, we'll do it.
Agenda item number 8 is discussion and possible action to approve ordinance number 904, an ordinance amending the zoning ordinances and zoning map of lots 11, 12, and 13 of Block 28 of the original Guymon, Texas County, Oklahoma, a.k.a. 707 North Ellison of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, repealing the Code of Ordinances of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Guymon, providing for severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and declaring an emergency. Mr. Bayless.
Good evening. I almost thought you guys were going to skip over me.
You were hoping, weren't you?
No, I was wanting to get this done. No, Mr. John Reed, he has a separate dwelling on a single piece of property, and it was not zoned for that because it was still commercially zoned. So to correct the error, we had to zone it to a multifamily, an R2, and the property meets the square footage, as far as having 2 separate dwellings on the same property, it's well over the 9,000 square foot for the actual property size. The future land map does show this area to be a high-density residential area, which would fit with the R2. There are some R2s in that area, but they're just not listed as such. There is a apartment across the street, and I believe there are some apartments about a block away on 5th. But there are some already standing in that area for multifamily homes or multi-dwellings being on the same property. There were a couple protest letters. Van Heckel with the church was one of them because he abuts directly to one of those properties. And Bunch Roberts was the other one because he's across the street from this property. I believe Van Heckel showed up at the meeting, and him and John kind of came to a discussion about maybe possibly putting up a fence. The biggest issue was the traffic, the cars that are parking in there, and he did offer more parking in the back of that property along with the long driveway. So I think that issue was resolved. But other than that, that's all we're asking is to have this rezoned from a commercial property to a C2 or to an R2.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments?
Only one meeting was held, but for this, it never got denied and
No,
come back and all that.
no,
All that
everybody
jazz.
showed up. No, it was, we were kind of worried about the protest letters, but like I say, I think everything kind of got worked out by neighbors. Because one of the board members actually said that if Dan had an issue with it, that he would have denied it. But I think that they came to an agreement on what they were going to do to separate that property as far as putting up a privacy fence or something so that the tenants of that house can't use the church property as a driveway.
What was Bunch Roberts' problem?
It was for the same reason.
Same
It
reason.
was just for the parking that goes on, and like I say, they only use it on Sunday, but sometimes those people that are living in that house were using the neighboring parking lots to park their vehicles, and I think that got resolved.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Do I have a motion? Or any other questions?
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 904, item 8.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez. Aye. Felton.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Alvarez.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, now we'll do number 9. All right? We got to have
Motion that we
emergency.
declare item 8 an emergency.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to declare an emergency.
Sanchez. Aye. Felton.
Aye.
Alvarez.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
All right, now we can do number 9. I've already read it once. Agenda item number 9 is discussion and possible action to approve resolution number 25-13, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, adopting the operating budget for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2026 and ending December 31st, 2026, and authorizing budget transfer. Resolution is attached.
I make a motion that we approve resolution number 25-13, resolution of the City Council, City of Guymon, item 9.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Felton.
Aye.
Sanchez. Aye. Alvarez.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 10 is discussion and possible action to approve resolution number 25-14, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, establishing an investment policy for the City of Guymon. And the resolution is attached. Does anyone have any discussion? This is Mr. Shannon. This is pretty much a rollover of what we do every year, isn't it?
Yeah, that is correct. That it just basically gives the city right to invest the funds every year.
I make a motion that we approve resolution number 25-14, resolution City Council, City of Guymon, item 10.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Felton.
Aye.
Sanchez. Aye. Alvarez.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 11 is discussion and possible action to approve a resolution number 25-15, a resolution establishing an annual ground lease rates for aircraft hangar space at Guymon Municipal Airport. Resolution is attached, and Mr. Shannon, I'll let you.
Thank you, Mayor. The resolution 25-15 comes before you this evening with a due pass. The last time the rate was looked at and approved was 2008, I believe, out of the municipal airport. It was just on a flat a fee per lot. The city of Guymon hired an appraiser that would just be fair, and they came up with the resolution that you have before you for 21 cents per square foot utilized for private use of your hangar, or if it's a commercial, it's 26 per square foot. It's basically it's been doing like that all throughout the whole state of Oklahoma now. Makes it more fair and equitable to our. And the average cost probably went up from $200 to about $300 to $400 a year. So it's highly recommended. This will generate about $18,000 more for the airport per year.
Anybody have any questions or discussion?
Make a motion, we approve resolution number 25-15, resolution establishing annual ground lease rates at aircraft hangar space at Guymon Municipal Airport. Item 11.
Second.
I have a motion and a second.
Hilton.
Aye.
Sanchez. Whitson.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 12 is discussion and possible action to approve airport ground leases for 2026. There's a list attached. Again, does anybody have any discussion or questions? If not, a motion.
Make a motion, we approve airport ground leases for 2026. Item 12.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez. Hilton.
Aye.
Whitson.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 13 is discussion and possible action to approve updated and revised ADA, American Disabilities Act, procurement and IT policies for the ride. Yes, ma'am.
So September 30th, the ride was chosen by the FTA to do a triennial review of all of our policies. I'm happy to say they were quite pleased with everything they saw and how the ride is operated by the Transportation Department and City Manager. They did have some recommendations, and they said they're only recommendations. They are strikes against us. It was on the ADA policy, the procurement policy, and creating a new IT policy. So on the ADA policy, on the buses, they have a sign that says, if you're able to walk, you're able to manage getting on and off the bus, and someone comes in on the bus who can't, like a wheelchair or someone who has priority seating, the bus drivers ask people who are able to get on and off with no issues to move. And the ADA policy that we did not have that language into the ADA policy. So it's been added under passenger responsibility, which by Leah did submit it to Mr. Petty, all the policies for his review to make sure that we were in compliance with everything we needed to be. On the procurement policy, everything looked good except we didn't have procedures on if somebody protest didn't agree. So we had to create protest procedures, and that's on the very last page of the procurement page, on the steps that we would take to resolve that issue if there was a protest. And then the IT policy is just a brand new policy on how they would handle all of their electronics over at the ride facility. So I am asking, in order to be compliant with FDA, continue to receive our grant money if the council will approve the policies.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
I'll motion to approve updated and revised ADA American Disabilities Act for procurement and IT policies for the right.
Second.
Item number 13.
Second.
Have a motion in 2 seconds.
Whiteson,
Aye.
Holton,
Aye.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Alphegus.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 14 is discussion and possible action to approve the following 2025 budget amendments: 14.1, 14.2, 14.3, and 14.4. So I'm going to let you go through them.
So Fund 12 is our pool recreation, and I am just going through to be in compliance at the end of the year, recognizing additional revenue and expenses that occurred during the 2025 budget proposal. Same thing on Fund 16, it's recognizing the revenue we received and also the expenses that we incurred that we did not anticipate during 2025's budget. And let's see. Our Fund 18, it's recognizing revenue and expenses also that weren't anticipated for approval. In that situation, the library was granted here just recently an ODL grant, so I wanted to make sure to get that included into the budget so that she would be able to run that over into 2026. And Fund 28 is our hotel motel tax. It's same. It's recognized the interest revenue we have received up until to right now, and then all the expenses that include in the year, and to keep these funds all in compliance. And Fund 84, same thing. It's just all these budget amendments are to recognize the revenue and the expenses that we've incurred during the year. So I just ask that the council approve them so that I can keep our budget in compliance with the state.
Okay. Do we need to do those one at a time?
What was the last fund?
Fund 84, it's our TIP. It's Guymon Utility Authority.
It's not.
It's not.
That's not on this one.
not on
Okay.
here.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I'll save it.
Okay.
The next one.
Yeah, I'll save it.
So do I have a motion to approve all 4 of these budget amendments?
I motion to approve the following budget amendments: Fund 12, Fund 16, Fund 18, and Fund 28.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Whiteson,
Aye.
Holton,
Aye.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Alphegus.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Got 5 ayes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
Agenda item number 15 is discussion and possible action to amend the 2026 ambulance service fee for transported patients only to $3,150 and a mileage fee per loaded mile to $47.25 effective January 1st, 2026.
Good evening, Council. We brought this to your attention because in the last couple of years there have been quite a few changes both at the federal level and within the last 9 months at the state level. We found out that our rates were way below the Medicare level, and Medicare has gone up on their charges, in other words, what we can recover. And why that's important at the state level is because the state starting January 1 will basically make, through several things that's gone through the legislation, that will start making private insurances pay what the minimum of Medicare is. The minimum of Medicare starting January 1 for any loaded transported patients is that $31.50. So we're just asking for the minimum that they pay for that for recovery, and then the state will come in on any private insurance and allow them to pay the exact same. So basically, so both of them are the same. The reason this is coming to you because we have to increase our current rates, which is at $1,200, which we're not recapping really close to anything that Medicare or the insurances are paying right now. And of course, insurances are paying that because they know that if we're not charging that, the minimum, and it's getting paid lower, then we're not even getting close to what the insurance are supposed to be paying us to begin with. So we're not going over the minimum, we're not going shooting for the moon, asking anywhere what it deserves of us, the insurances. And also, our location is also important to know for loaded miles. Loaded miles, insurances and Medicare also allows us so many dollars per loaded mile for taking a patient. And that comes into a lot of times with our transfers. Where our transfers are greater than 40 miles, 120 miles, 230 miles, 240 miles. That's where that comes into play. Currently, we sit at $15 a loaded mile, and Medicare is now, we'll be allowing that 47. So we would be, that's kind of what we will be sitting at too.
Any questions?
Motion to amend the 2026 ambulance service fee for transported patient only to $3,150 and mileage fee per loaded mile to $47.25 effective January 1st of 2026.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Hilton?
Aye.
Sanchez? Hudson?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye. Thank you, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
Agenda item number 16 is discussion and possible action to approve the sale. Oh, wait, according to, on Mr. Petty's advice, number 16, we need to take no action on that. It's all that is in place. They've already signed the deed, and we just have to accept.
Table it? Or
Well, we're just no action. It just goes where necessary. Okay. So we'll go to agenda item number 17, discussion and possible action to approve going out for bids for weed and trash abatement contractor for the fiscal year of 2026. Yes, sir.
Good evening again.
All right.
We started this back in '24 to kind of help speed up some of the timeframes when it comes to maintaining some of the properties that have become overgrown or trash riddled with debris, so we can get in there a little bit faster, sooner, so it doesn't, get 5 foot tall. We would just like to continue that and go out for bids.
Okay.
I motion to approve for you guys to go out for bids for weeds and trash abatements for the contractors for the fiscal year of 2026.
second?
I have a motion and a second.
Hudson?
Aye.
Hilton?
Aye.
Sanchez? Aye. Rodriguez?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
5 ayes.
Agenda item number 18 is discussion and possible action to award 3 RECS LLC with a big grant in the amount of $5,000 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. 3REC submitted a completed application on October 22nd and was approved for recommendation by the Convention and Tourism Board at their November 20th regular meeting. The proposed improvements were painting the exterior of the building, just the stucco, not the exposed brick, while maintaining, again, the exposed brick and replacing 7 dilapidated awnings. The project cost total was $11,031.23. The financial impact would be $5,000 from the VIG program.
Okay. Anybody?
Where's the 3REX business located at?
The old pub on the bricks.
The old Dollar Bricks.
That's right.
By the Diamond Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. In here.
Thank you.
I make a motion that we award 3REC LLC with big grant, amount of $5K as recommended by CNT Board, item 18.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Hilton?
Aye.
Sanchez? Aye. Hudson?
Aye.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
5 ayes.
And
19.
19 is discussion and possible action to award Advanced Water Solutions LLC with a big BIG grant in the amount of $5,000 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board.
Advanced Water Solutions submitted their application on October 28th and was approved for recommendation by the Convention and Tourism Board on November the 20th at their regular meeting. The proposed improvements are removal and replacement of oak concrete from the parking lot. The oak concrete had created a public hazard due to large potholes and chunks of the concrete starting to break apart, and there will be replacing it. The total project cost was $16,252.75, and we will be matching $5,000 from the Commission of Tourism.
I make a motion that we award Advanced Water Solutions LLC with a big grant amount of $5,000 recommended by CNT Board, item 19.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez. Aye. Felton.
Aye.
Whitson.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 20 is discussion and possible action to award Guymon Life's Plan Physical Therapy, PLLC, with a big grant in the amount of $3,206.98 as recommended by the Convention and Tourism Board.
Lifespan Physical Therapy submitted their application on October 15th and was approved by recommendation from the Convention and Tourism Board on November 20th during the regular meeting. The proposed improvements are replacing 3 awnings in the front of the building to cover the door and 2 of the windows. The total project cost was $6,413.95. The financial impact to the Convention and Tourism is $3,206.98.
I make a motion that we award Guymon Life's Plan Physical Therapy PLLC with a big grant amount of $3,206.98 recommended by CNT Board, item 20.
Second.
Have a motion and seconds.
Whitson.
Aye.
Felton.
Aye.
Sanchez. Aye. Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Got 5 ayes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 21 is discussion and possible action to approve an order of determination for weeds and trash for the west 70 feet of lots 11 and 12 and the south 25 feet of the west 70 feet of Lot 13, Block 42 of the original town, now City of Guymon, Texas County, Oklahoma, also known as 403 North Beaver. Yes, sir.
We have visited this case last month, and we tabled it because there was some gains being made on the property. I brought you pictures. I would really like you guys to make this decision for me. Here you go. Nope, there's sets for everybody. But we're at a point where, I mean, it is a great improvement from where we started, but it is still not 100% done, and we have gone through several extensions, working with her. We've been in contact with the property owner, and he is trying to work with us. I believe the cost that the contractor gave us was less than $1,000 to go in there and clean up what was left on the property, but it's one of those that I would like to have y'all's direction on which way to go with this as far as proceeding to consider it either done, or should we go forward and remove what items are still left on the property. And right now it is, like, the bricks and stuff aren't the main issue, it's the wood, it's the dilapidated dog houses, it's the items that are just left around that we need to do something with.
Has the owner just quit doing anything?
Well, the owner doesn't live here, he rents it to his daughter, and she was evicted a couple months ago, and she has been slowly cleaning up the property. I know she tried doing a sale at one time to get rid of some of the property that was accumulated on there, and we had her remove that, and that was kind of a big deal, and so that's why we tabled it last month, was because she had removed all of that debris that they had put out. And but since then, there has not been much change.
How much time have we spent on this?
This case started on this section back in June of 25 is when we started working on this part of it. I don't know when I don't have my tablet with me. but we've been in contact with Ms. Runner House since October of 25, which is the landlord.
And what is her input on,
What's that?
what's her input on city going in and
She's trying
cleaning
to work
up?
with it. She said she evicted her, that she's not allowed back in the house. She's trying to clean up the property because she wants to either sell the house or re-rent it. It's just, it's harder when it's family.
And she does not live here? Or-
Sandra doesn't.
No.
So if we go clean it up for her, we would put a lien on the property then, or?
Yeah, the cost, I think, that was associated with it was $976.
For sheet.
I mean,
Is
it's
she,
just more of an eyesore. And it's
is
just-
she going to find somebody to try to clean it up?
We made contact with them several times, and it's always like, they try to do something, but nothing's really progressing.
Mr. Shannon, you have some?
Mayor, I would, at this particular time, I've seen the work of the city staff, and I'd make a recommendation to you, the council, to go ahead and approve this and let us take the course of getting it cleaned up.
Okay.
I make the motion that we approve order determination for Weeds Trash West 70 feet, item 21.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Hudson,
Nay.
Hilton,
Aye.
Alpeters,
Aye.
Sanchez,
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We got 4 ayes and 1 nay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Agenda item number 22 is discussion and possible action to appoint or reappoint members of various boards and commissions whose terms expire December 31st of 2025. And we have a list of them. So who are we? I've got that. I know that.
So Jeremy Carmen reapplied for his position on Airport Road, right, or the airport board. And then we have 2 open seats where nobody's applied on Arts and Humanities. And then Paul Montgomery and Chip Olander have applied to be on the board of zoning and floodplain, right?
Planning and zoning, yeah.
Yeah, planning and
correct.
zoning. And they were already on there, so we just want to go again. Does anybody have any questions about the ones that have reapplied?
Okay. So, what about the cemetery board?
The cemetery board,
I'll show Christopher Guthrie and Shauna Perez. Would like to take Chris Perkins' place, and I think Bill Landis has resigned from the board.
so there's going to be 2 more open positions on that one
Right.
that need to be filled.
In Convention and Tourism, we have Shelby Redcorn wants to reapply, and Vanessa Carrasco wants to reapply for Convention and Tourism. The Golf Board, Russell Egbert wants to reapply. Brian Ho, same thing, and Larry Moon wants to reapply. Corey Winters has not expressed
He
any.
hadn't responded, no, sir.
And Library Board, Kathy Holmes for Mitch Eggers' place. Maria Stukulik, I'm sorry, Maria. She wants to reapply. And Layla Clowers, she wants to reapply for her position. Parks, Paul Baker didn't reapply. Amanda Beasley would like to apply for that one. And then we have Alice Skype down at the bottom. Is she applying for one of the positions?
Allison Guy wants to be on the Parks Board, that's correct?
I think that's right. I'm assuming.
Here, I don't see him wanting to apply for anything. You want to be on a board, Mitch?
Thanks. Appreciate it.
So
Well, we do have somebody in the crowd that was wanting to be on a board that, can you scroll up a little bit? I don't think so.
She's already on there.
She's on the, yeah. So what are we going to do about getting this board active? I know they were voluntary. We ran into this before. They're strictly, it's not any type of mandatory.
Yeah, it's not a regulatory or statute board, it's just a recommendation board. What I would do is recommend to the council tonight is go ahead and accept all the ones that want to be on that. We can continue trying to get the Arts and Humanities Board resurrected. I don't know where, I hope you never heard that it's going to be dissolved. It can't be. It's already in the budget to be approved. It has money in there to be spent. So I think, and I think you and I have just kind of crossed paths a couple of different times trying to meet, and we just couldn't get together. But trust me, we will get together. We'll see if we can't get something rolling on that. But that doesn't mean that they just can't come to the city manager himself, and if they have an art project or something like that. I mean, these are just recommendation boards.
Right.
And you can, if she has a project that she thinks worthwhile, bring it to city manager, and in this position, we can make things happen, so, okay?
So would you like to make that in form of motion, Sir Jim?
I make a motion that we reappoint members to various boards, commissions whose terms expire December 31st, 2025, and let it be known that these boards are voluntary, and we will try to get them to meet. And item 22.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Hilton.
Aye.
Sanchez. Aye. Rodriguez.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Agenda item number 23 is the monthly report from Main Street Guymon. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Mr. Shannon. You should have received my director's report for last month. I also want to add that we recently did a Small Business Saturday giveaway. We gave away $500 in Main Street bucks to one winner. It was Mandy Cobble. She was really excited. She spent money in several of our downtown businesses, so that was really exciting to see some money spent downtown. And some of you attended the Christmas open house that we had last Friday. If you didn't, you sure missed a good time. The weather was perfect. We had an amazing turnout. Visiting with some of the store owners, they all said their registers were just ringing up. Probably the best we've had in the last 2 or 3 years for that event. So it was pretty exciting to see that happen. Do you all have any questions?
Anybody have any questions or concerns?
Do you want to state a couple of events that you're going to have this month through December?
I'm sorry,
What events are going on through December, January?
Nothing right now, but in January we start our career focus again, the leadership training for people in our community, and then that will be followed by the Be Your Own Boss class, which we've had successful stories from. And then in February we have our annual banquet where we recognize business owners and volunteers in the community. That's just a few things we have.
And anybody from our community can sign up for those, correct?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I also wanted to introduce you our newest board member, Vanessa Carrasco. She has been on the board for 2 months now.
Hello, everybody. My name is Vanessa Carrasco. I work at Northwest Master Crisis Services. I recently joined Main Street Guymon, and I'm excited because it's a way of giving back, and I feel as a community it's our responsibility to take care of each other. So, thank you for your support, and
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, agenda item number 24 is monthly report from the Guymon Chamber of Commerce.
Mayor, Erica sent an email out yesterday or a couple of days ago. She's not going to be able to attend. They had a red carpet meeting, I believe, tonight somewhere, and that's where she's at.
Okay.
But she attached her reports and everything for you to review.
All right. With that, we'll stand adjourned as the Guymon City Council. And we're going to reconvene as the Guymon Utilities Authority. So we'll reconvene as the Guymon Utilities Authority. We've already done agenda item 1 and 2 and 3. Agenda item number 4 is approve the minutes of the special meeting of November 6, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve the special meeting minutes, November 6, 2025, item 4.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Hilton.
Aye.
Sanchez. Weitzen.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 5 is discussion and possible action to approve resolution number 25-03, a resolution of the trustees of the Guymon Utilities Authority of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, a municipal trust establishing an investment policy for the Guymon Utilities Authority, which we have already done the other. We've got to do it again. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve resolution number 25-03, resolution of the trustees of the Guymon Utilities Authority of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, a municipal trust establishing an investment policy for the Guymon Utilities Authority.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Hudson.
Aye.
Hilton.
Aye.
Sanchez. Alvedras.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 6, discussion and action to award the agricultural lease for approximately 1,130 acres of farmland to Jeremy Carmen and Mike Lamley for $18 an acre or $20,340 per year.
Mayor, the reason this is kind of a straggler, if you remember the meeting before, we had numerous of leases. This in here had to be amended. It just took a little bit of time to contact Jeremy and Mr. Lamley. There were some things added to that. In 2026, we will be cleaning out a lagoon. We need to officially notify these people that if permitted, some of their land is going to be used to spread that debris on that field. So anyway, it just took a little bit of time, but they're in agreement to it, and it's the same amount was last year.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Motion to award the agriculture lease for approximately 1,130 acres of farmland to Jeremy Carmen and Mike Lamley for $18 per acre or $20,340 per year.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Hilton.
Aye.
Sanchez. Weitzen.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Agenda item number 7 is discussion and possible action to approve 2025 budget amendment number 3 for the Guymon Utilities Authority Fund 65. Yes, ma'am.
Cleaning up the GUA, this is to recognize the revenue that we received and the expenses that have exceeded the city's original budget for 2025. It's quite long.
I'll motion to approve 2025 budget amendment number 3 for the Guymon Utilities Authority Fund number 65.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Weitzen.
Aye.
Alvedras.
Aye.
Sanchez. Hilton.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
We've got 5 ayes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Martha.
Thank you, Ron.
Agenda item 8 is reports from committees, council members, and city manager. Mr. Shannon.
I'm going to take a little different twist here. I think everybody knows that's in the audience now that the Guymon app has some pretty good updates, and I just kind of like to scroll through that. If I ever figured out how I could have got it up there, I would have. But on the app itself, we periodically, there's not a day that goes by, we're not putting something out. We still have some employment opportunities. We still need good people to go to work for us. Of course, as y'all just discussed and seen, we still are looking for boards and commission members. The city library is done adulting January 5th from 6 to 7. And we had a little problems out at Sunset Hills today. The grill is currently shut down. No burgers will be served on Wednesday. Our grill needed inspected, and our in-house fire marshal kind of shut things down, but rightfully so. We're not any different than the rest of the people, and I think that's already been taken care of, been inspected. So there possibly could be serving hamburgers out there tomorrow, but if we are, we'll go ahead and we'll notify the public. Next thing, street crews have been out busy trimming up trees down on East Street. Anything that encroached on the public right-of-way that is on city right-of-way, we can go in and cut the trees down. We had our yearly city employee recognized employees at our local employee banquet this last Thursday, and we had our employee of the years was Jesus. I call him Chewy, but I about did that. Our department of the year was our HR department. It was great. Wanda, she's great. And our Parks Department Employee of the Year, it's probably one of the hardest working women that I've ever seen, so we congratulated all those people. Our library, as you see on the feed itself, they're busy in that big old building over there. They've got everything for yoga for adults. I might have to try that one of these days. I've always heard of yoga, but I might just try that, but not really. But with that being said, we're ready for a new year. I thank the council for adopting the operating budget tonight. We're looking for a good 2026 year. Mayor, I'm just going to let you talk about that thing, but with that, I'll just defer over to you, and you can tell them of what happened last week.
Well, last week, and it's a collaborative effort of everybody in this room, every employee of the city, and every councilman, and just everybody that works for the city that's involved. Of course, everybody knows that we're in the middle of the Mesa Water Project. And this has been one of the most exciting things that I've ever been probably attached to, because from the word go, it seems like we haven't run into anything to stub our toe yet. Now, we know it's coming, but we haven't seen that yet. So anyway, we were honored last week at the Governor's Water Conference. We were presented and honored to receive, and they only give one of these a year, but this was the Water for 2060 Excellence Award. It is for the public water supply in recognition of our achievements in water conservation efficiency and helping Oklahoma meet its Water for 2060 goal of ensuring reliable supplies of fresh water for future economic growth and prosperity. And that's presented to the City of Guymon on December the 4th. Mr. Shannon accepted that honor, did an exemplary job of doing that, and he handed this to me, and then I handed it back, and he got it home safe. So this is an award. I'll pass around so all you guys can look at it. And here after the meeting, I'd like to get a picture of the council with that award for tonight. But I think we've had news releases put out. I think we've been talked about on local TV stations, and I think even on the national news on one.
That's correct.
And it's, since I've been going to the Governor's Water Conference for the last, 14 years, it seems like there's two communities that are always mentioned, and that's Guymon and Norman. It seems like we're kind of the leaders in water in Oklahoma right now, or have been. So it's quite an honor, and again, the honor is all you guys that work for us, our city employees, because you've put the hard work in. All we've done up here is come up with ideas and help put the tools in the toolbox to get you to get it done. So we'll get a picture after a bit, and I want to, again, congratulate all the staff and everything. I really don't have anything else to speak of on my report. It's been a great month. We've been busy. We're going into the year. It's not going well. One of the things we did do, I guess we ought to mention, is we had a groundbreaking for the hangar at the airport. which they were already under construction. It was a nice panhandle day out there that day. But a lot of things are happening in Guymon to make this a better place to work, live, and raise a family, as we like to say. That's all I've got. Anybody else have any reports? Anything you want to say? Go ahead, Geraldine. Come on.
I'd just like to say, everything that we've done thus far, and hopefully we continue to grow and invest in our community, is because we push to shop local. So don't forget that this season and this upcoming year, to try your best to shop local. That way we can reinvest in our community. It does take every little bit one of us to help that process and that goal for our community. So don't forget that. And then also, speaking of the library isn't just a place to do fun things, but there's so many resources out there, from how to get emergency notices to like how to cook good food, good reads, all that stuff. And if they don't have what you need, they'll point you in the right direction too. So they're just as vital and important as Main Street Guymon and the community chamber. So don't hesitate to go out there as well.
That's it?
I can say more, but I'll leave it at that.
Oh, okay. Anybody else have anything they'd like to add tonight? Okay. Well, it's been, of course, tonight, it's been a heck of a night for Sophie as a ward. And I think do we have airport today?
Yeah, we have two.
So we'll stand adjourned and go to the Airport Authority.
Investment policies.
Call this to order. We'll reconvene as the Guymon Airport Authority. We've done items 1, 2, and 3. Agenda item 4 is to approve the minutes of the special meeting of December 10th, 2024.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes December 10th, 2024, item 4.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Hilton.
Aye.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Agenda item number 5 is discussion and possible action to approve resolution number 25-01, a resolution of the trustees of the Guymon Industrial Authority of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma Municipal Trust, establishing an investment policy for the Guymon Industrial Authority, which we've already done. We do every year. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve resolution number 25-01, a resolution of the trustees of the Guymon Airport Authority of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, a municipal trust establishing an investment policy for the Guymon Airport Authority.
Are we on the industrial authority?
I'm on the wrong one, sorry.
Well, you switched to Industrial Authority, haven't you?
Yeah, we were doing airport first.
Yeah. And I'm working off this screen tonight.
I'm on the wrong one, sorry.
So we need to go back to the Airport Authority, or?
Yeah, that's the minutes of the airport authority is what I,
Right.
and then,
Then we-
airport authority, we need to be on 5. There.
We'll get there. Okay.
Second.
So
We got-
I motion to approve agenda number 5 on the, never mind, I'll let somebody else motion.
I make a motion that we approve resolution number 25-01, item 5.
Second.
I have a motion and a second.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Hilton.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Okay, we'll stand adjourned as the Airport Authority. Now we're going to reconvene as the Industrial Foundation. All right, we've done agenda items 1, 2, and 3. Agenda item number 4 is to approve the minutes of the special meeting of August 12th, 2025.
Make a motion, we approve special meeting August 12th, 2025, item 4.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Hilton.
Aye.
Hudson.
Aye.
Rodriguez.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Agenda item number 5 is discussion and possible action to approve resolution number 25-01, a resolution of the trustees of the Guymon Industrial Authority of the City of Guymon, Oklahoma, a municipal trust establishing an investment policy for the Guymon Industrial Authority. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve agenda item number 5.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Rodriguez?
Aye.
Hilton?
Aye.
Sanchez? Hudson?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye. Agenda item number 6 is discussion and possible action to approve the 2025 budget amendment number 1 for the Guymon Industrial Authority Fund 84. One more time.
One more time, I already gave my speech. It's the same speech, just to be in compliance with our 2025 budget. I have listed the items that I need to recognize revenue on and expenses. Council to approve it so that we're in compliance.
Okay. Any questions? Motion?
I make a motion, we approve the 2025 budget amendment number 1 for Guymon Industrial Authority Fund 84, item 6.
Second.
Have a motion and a second.
Hilton?
Aye.
Sanchez? Rodriguez?
Aye.
Hudson?
Aye.
Peterson?
Aye.
5 ayes.
You bet.
Thank you, Rhonda.
And with that, we're adjourned. Lavona wasn't hitting the green key for me tonight. I've been blaming it all on her because my wife put my iPad up somewhere. Have no idea when she was getting ready for Thanksgiving.
How dare you blame it on honey?
Yeah. Well, she put my damn iPad.
Hey, oh, you're getting new iPads? Congratulations.
Congratulations, young
Proud of
lady.
Congratulations, proud of you.